book was full of spies. Hello, my name is Rachel, and sometimes we do some book reviews and book journaling on this channel. I usually do book journaling, but I thought I would switch it up a bit and do a book review for y'all. Today, it's gonna be a review of the 3 rom-com, holiday rom-com books that I read over the holiday break. I love to read, especially romance and crime thrillers. Psychological thrillers. Somehow those two things go hand in hand for a lot of people. I don't know why, but yeah. The first book that I read over the winter season was a really popular book called Icebreaker, and you probably have heard of it. So let me tell you what I thought. At first, I thought it was gonna be just sort of like a Hallmark Channel, innocent, little romance, but no, y'all. No, this book was full of spies. This book did not only serve the mild sauce, no. It did not serve hot sauce, y'all. This book served up some Diablo sauce, and you wouldn't think that based on the cover of the book. Never judge a book by its cover, y'all. Yeah, this book does not look like it would be that spicy, but it is full of spice. But luckily, it was not full of cheesy, like corny, hard to bear, like unbearable spice. It wasn't unbearable. It was actually realistic. I don't know. The main characters had a lot of chemistry, I thought, so it sort of worked, and there was lots of banter between the main characters that I really enjoyed. It was more like a gritty banter that I liked, but it was very heartfelt as well. I really liked even if for some reason like hockey star romances are popular, I don't know why. The girl love interest, she was an ice skater, and the guy is a hockey player. My main takeaways from this book was that it was fun, cozy, romantic, and not too cheesy, but so unexpectedly spicy. It was good, and I could definitely feel the chemistry between the main 2 love interests. I was surprised at how spicy the book was, but thank goodness it was not too cheesy. It would have been just annoying. I don't like when it's like cheesy spicy. Some pasta dishes are really nice and cheesy and spicy at the same time, but not books. I don't like it whenever it's books. The main character's best friend was so annoying. That's the one thing I will say. The main character's best friend was so annoying, but I think he was supposed to be. All right, he was supposed to be. But the parts with him, I could hardly get through. He was like a really toxic best friend. Would I recommend this book? I definitely would. I gave it a 4 stars out of 5. It wasn't like, I'm not gonna come back to this book probably, but I enjoyed reading it. I thought it had a lot in this book. The second book that I read for the holiday season was Holiday Romance. And it's also a really popular book right now, which is one reason why I wanted to read it, and it just looked like something that I would really enjoy. So I made a video of all the fall books that I read, and my favorite fall book was called You Again, and this book, Holiday Romance, it really reminded me of You Again, and I really enjoyed Holiday Romance. It was my favorite book out of the 3 that I read for this winter season. So Holiday Romance, it is a friends to lovers, almost like enemies to friends, and then friends to lovers over the span of around 10 years, or maybe even 11 years. So what this book is, it is like these 2 people, they meet on an airplane, but they know each other because one of them is going out with the best friend of another one of them, but the best friend texts them and says, oh, I'm about to break up with him. And then it gets really awkward, and well, they end up meeting on this plane every single year during Christmas to fly to Ireland to be with their families because they both are from Ireland. And the whole relationship ends up being like the 14-hour flights, or however long it is, that it takes from Chicago to Ireland over the course of 10 years. So they only see each other in like 14 hours every year, but but they gain this huge friendship over time. And they also like text and keep in touch throughout the year, but most of their in-person contact is on the plane. And this year, there's this whole thing, the planes get snowed in and all this stuff, so they try really, really hard to get to Ireland. They end up getting there, and it's like a whole, like, oh my gosh, wait a minute, friends to lovers. And I thought the banter was just so good. It was a lot like You Again, which I loved, and I just love that area of the world and their banter. So I thought it was awesome. Yeah, so the third book that I read was actually a spin-off from holiday romance called Snowed In, and you don't have to read these books in sequence, but some of the characters from holiday romance are also in Snowed In, and it does take place after holiday romance happened, but you don't really have to read them in sequence, just because it's like a little details that don't really add like that much to the story are in there, like the timeline of the story are in there. But I gave Snowed In 4 out of 5 stars. I gave Holiday Romance 4.5 out of 5 stars. So Snowed In was good. It wasn't like as good as Holiday Romance was, in my opinion. The two main characters were sort of like, oh, it's a fake dating situation, and that's the trope that we're dealing with for Snowed In. And I don't know, y'all, I'm kind of sick of the fake dating trope in books, because I just feel like, okay, if you're okay with each other enough to fake date, then just date, because we all know that's gonna end up happening anyway if it's put into a book like this. Okay, we all know what's gonna happen in the end. And I really don't think the main characters were like that compatible. The guy character, I couldn't really get that good of a read on the guy character, but I did feel like he was not the type to just like suggest fake dating out of nowhere. Like I couldn't tell what type he was exactly. I feel like there wasn't that much of a description on him. He did appear in Holiday Romance. He is one of the main character's brothers in Holiday Romance. So we do get to see him a little bit in Holiday Romance, but I still didn't even get that much of a read on him. But it was still a good book. The banter between the two main characters was also good, and it was funny. I enjoyed seeing characters from Holiday Romance in this book as well. So Holiday Romance was a little spicy, but I feel like Snowed In wasn't like as spicy. If you like the spice, you know, if you're into the spice. But yeah, those are the 3 books that I read this holiday season, and I got a little bit tired of reading rom-coms, so I am currently reading a book called Bad Mother. I don't know what I don't remember who the author is at this point in time, but Bad Mother is really good. Expect a review on that. I also read the book Rich Blood, and expect a review on that. They're both sort of like crime thrillers. I'm in my crime thriller era right now, but I think I'm gonna go back to romance in just a sec. All right, just a sec. But yeah, tell me what y'all thought of these 3 books. If you read one of them or whatever. They're really popular books this holiday season. So tell me what you thought of Icebreaker, Holiday Romance, and Snowed In. Tell me what you're working on right now. What are you reading right now? Because I want to know. I need suggestions, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe for more videos like this. Subscribe for more videos like this. And I will see you next time. Bye.